it's great to have vampires, it's great to have merfolk, it's great to have pirates, but we all know that dinosaurs are the top of the food chain.
Rivals of Ixalan features 5 elder dinosaurs, one for each color, these enormous ancient dinosaurs. They awakened when the Golden City was awakened by the merfolk Kumena. So they rise up, and they're not just really old dinosaurs. These are primal beings. These speak to the nature of dinosaur kind on Ixalan, and now they are rampaging on the loose.
When designing for Rivals of Ixalan, we knew we needed something that kicked the word dinosaur into a whole new gear. So we decided to set up a mini-team and figure out what would a cycle of elder dinosaurs look like in the Golden City. We came up with lots of ideas. We came up with, piles of keywords, very strong evasive abilities, the untap mechanic that we've used a few times throughout history. We wound up deciding to just use all of them. The elder dinosaurs are each on their own just a super cool, iconic looking creature, and they don't need to look like one another. They're all super dangerous.
With each one, we kind of wanted to show off something unique about that elder dinosaur, and also, in addition to that, appeal to different types of players. So get a wide swath of different big creatures that if one person or another person who has a different play style, we're looking at them, try to get it to the place where everyone can find something in these 6 cards that they really like.
So when we designed the set, it clearly had all of our factions, and the dinosaurs were in red, green, and white. But what kept coming up is, come on, we're doing dinosaurs. We have to do dinosaurs in more than just the 3 colors. Can't every color have a dinosaur? So we said, okay, for Rivals, what we'll do is we'll make one cycle of dinosaurs. Occasionally we make a cycle of dragons or something. We'll do a cycle of dinosaurs. And we came up with this idea of having them be elder dinosaurs, like these, really giant old dinosaurs. So, okay, if you like playing blue or you like playing black, okay, we got a dinosaur for you.
So Nezahal, the blue elder dinosaur, is all about being the king of the control matchup. If you look at every line of text, it sort of feeds into that same idea. It can't be countered. You can have as many cards in your hand as you want. Whenever your opponent tries to cast, a counter spell or a removal spell, card draw spell, whatever they're trying to do, you get an extra card. And then if they ever try to get rid of it, you can also discard some cards to sort of save it and protect it. It's got a lot of different abilities, but they all feed into this same type of thing that you want, which is you're playing in this control matchup against another control deck, and you're gonna just dominate it because you have this dinosaur.
So I actually got to watch Nezahal being illustrated because it was done by our own in-house concept artist, Sam Burley, who's also a fantastic illustrator. And I remember watching him just sort of squee out over the idea of painting this giant underwater elder dinosaur and just concentrating on, getting the lighting effects in the water. And he just really cared about this thing. And I would not want to swim in that lake.
Itali, Primal Storm, that's a fun one. We had some debate internally about, this is attacking you and stealing cards off the top of your library. Shouldn't a pirate be doing that? And in the end, we concluded, no, a dinosaur can do whatever it wants. Galta, Primal Hunter, was another one of our earliest elder dinosaur designs. The idea being, the green elder dinosaur should just be really, 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 really big.
Zakama, Primal Calamity. So one of the very first pieces of concept art that was actually developed for the entire Ixalan block was a 3-headed Tyrannosaurus by Sam Burley. It was one of our proofs of concept for, what do we want to do with dinosaurs in this world? And the whole time through Ixalan, James Wyatt and I were working together on the concepts, and he's like, we should do the 3-headed Tyrannosaur. I'm just like, wait for it. We've got a spot for it later. Just save it. And so finally, in Rivals of Ixalan, we got to do the 3-headed Tyrannosaur, and it is Zakama, and it's so cool. I can't. I can't believe it went from this tiny little piece of concept art where it was a lot smaller in its initial design. It was this big, and there's a little dude it's chasing it and everything, and it was kind of funny. And this just looks badass.
So Zakama started from the idea of having a three-headed elder dinosaur, the oldest sort of ancient monstrosity that's awoken and is, stomping around Orazca. So we always knew that we wanted, three colors, and we wanted to play up this idea of threes. So you see three keywords, three different abilities. When we got to the place of having three different activated abilities, but of course it's a huge dinosaur, it's going to cost a lot of mana, how do we sort of marry those things together? It was, okay, well, you have to get to a ton of mana to cast this. What if we just gave you all your mana back, and then immediately you could activate all these activated abilities as many times as you had mana for in that turn and start firing off the different abilities?
Throughout both Ixalan sets, we drew on real-world dinosaurs for inspiration, but our goal was never to be scientifically accurate. So particularly in this set, when we had covered a lot of the standard bases, we moved on to some weirder-looking dinosaurs, some things that are technically not dinosaurs. We found inspiration in a lot of places. Cacophodon is a funny-looking horned beast that its look and its name and its flavor text all grew out of its mechanic, which is when it becomes enraged by taking damage, it makes a loud noise and untaps a target creature. Had a lot of fun with naming that as, yep, this is a loud bellowing dinosaur.
Trapjaw Tyrant is one of my designs. Takes a classic white ability, the Oblivion Ring, the Banisher Priest ability, applies it to Enrage, so it's a sensible fit, and the flavor is that the dinosaurs are eating you.
Crested Herd Caller is what we call a 2-for-1 in Limited. It's a card that gives you another card's worth of value. So you get 2 3/3s on one card, and sometimes that can even be better than a 6/6, because your 3/3 can trade for their 3/3, and your other 3/3 can trade for their removal spell, and then you're just getting all this value from one card.
Form of the Dinosaur is an obvious homage to Form of the Dragon. In this case, you become a dinosaur. You become basically a 15/15, and then every turn you, not one of your creatures, you fight one of your opponent's creatures. There was a lot of movement on this card. How much life do you start at? What does the damage dealing back to you look like? What is the timing of this, etc., etc. But the concept, we knew we had to have this concept.
Form of the Dinosaur changed in little ways from its very beginning, but ever since day one, we had Darkened Down as the artist to illustrate this card.
So in Ixalan, Huatli was red-white and a little more entrenched with the dinosaur tribe, making dinosaur tokens and caring about big creatures. Now Huatli's has undergone a bit of a change, and she's green-white, more magnanimous, and is more about getting all the creatures in there. So cats, dinosaurs, it's all good for Huatli.
Huatli does something a little bit different. Its plus just gives you more loyalty. So if you're playing a go-wide creature deck, you can plus Huatli, get a ton of loyalty, and then maybe even ultimate the turn after. And then once you ultimate, then you can just gain a ton of value every time you put a creature into play.
So in design, we talk about two different types of design. That there's the super ego design. That's design that's very, very mental. That what makes the design so much fun is realizing how things click together and kind of the mental challenges of understanding how it works. But then there's id design. And what id design is, it's personal, it's emotional, it's just guttural, it's visceral. And that one of the fun things about Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan is it is an id design. You know what I'm saying? That you get green merfolk and you get white vampires and you get pirates. Arr, I'm a pirate. Or you get to play dinosaurs. Rawr, it's a dinosaur. So I hope you guys have had as much fun as we have in making this set. Rivals of Ixalan actually is the end of one thing, which is for years in Magic we've done big sets and small sets. So Rivals of Ixalan is our last small set. So I'm really, really excited that moving to the new system allows us to do a lot of things we can't do before. But I do, as a longtime Magic player, someone who's made a lot of small sets in my day, I do want to say, bye-bye, small sets.